As a child, have you ever felt pressured by your parents' rules? Such restrictions include being forbidden from having a date with someone like a courtship, going out at night, and doing this or that, and so forth. Or maybe you have ever thought that if your parents didn't forbid and order many things, then your life would be happy. But is it guaranteed? I mean, whatever our parents do to us, they hope the good things will happen to their children. But after you feel this way, I just want to simply ask, if you become parents someday, will you treat your children the same as what your parents have done to you? Or maybe you are thinking about applying system parenting which is considered more free in any case, like Western? Or are you thinking of implementing Eastern and Western parenting simultaneously? So, if we talk about which parenting approach is better, Eastern or Western, it's not as simple as we know the difference between the two. The best parenting approach is how you bring up your child to be someone better day by day. Parenting encompasses every choice you make for your child, including what to wear, which school they will attend, what kind of environment they include, and many other things. Being a parent is not an easy responsibility because it has an impact on all facets of your child's personality, including their beliefs, way of thinking, strengths and weaknesses, and sense of self. Geographical location affects parenting practices because every nation has unique religious and cultural traditions. According to geographic divisions, we can divide parenting methods into two primary groups, Eastern and Western. So let's talk about the different parenting techniques and their drawbacks to determine which is more beneficial. So for the first one is Western parenting style. Is generally considered a more lenient approach to raising a child. It focuses on letting the child express their feelings, thoughts, and opinions openly with others. Parents do not force decision on the children and teach them to be independent at a very early age. Some of the standard techniques used by parents in the West are: first, they let their children sleep in a separate room. They believe it helps their children in being independent of the start. Second, they do not force their children, even the most minor decisions are made by the children themselves to promote decision making. This no pressure policy is used by many Western parents, especially in academics and selecting a career. Parents do not have high academic expectation and ask children to follow their passions and interests. The last is moving out after 18. The concept of joint family is non-existent in Western culture. Children usually leave their parents' homes when they leave for college or after turning 18. Apart from that, this parenting style definitely has its drawbacks. Children whose parents do not push are more likely to underachieve. They usually lack and do poorly in exams because Western children are accustomed to making their own decisions. They frequently do not listen to their parents. Moreover, parents are sometimes too gentle with their children because it causes them to become sluggish or overly self-centered. If parents adopt an extremely liberal parenting style, children can get into bad habits due to their freedom. In such cases, children mostly confuse freedom with liberty. So, next is about how Eastern parenting configures their children's personality. Through affection and warmth, Eastern parenting is more protective and forms strong emotional bonds with children. Eastern parents instill morality, cultural values, and most importantly, emotional support in their children at various stages of life. Standard practices of the Eastern households include: first, protective nature. Eastern parents shield their children from problems and difficult situations and strive to provide them with an ideal environment. Next is authoritative. Their parents make both decisions for their children and choose what is best for them. Last is joint family system. Children in Eastern parenting style are given everything they need and are expected to repay by caring for them in old age. Children usually live with their parents after graduation and even after marriage. Well, that's what causes Eastern children tend to be more closely monitored by their parents so they don't do unwanted things. which of course are in accordance with existing customs. Well, this parenting style definitely has its drawbacks. Due to an overprotective environment, children do not gain the necessary experiences to overcome more significant challenges in their life. This means overprotected children are unable to deal with the challenges of life in the real world. According to psychological research, many children develop their psychological problems like depression or anxiety because of their parents' unbearable pressure. These children also experience low self esteem and might rebel against strict rules in some cases. Eastern parents usually strive to make their children exact replicas of themselves. As a result, the child is unable to think independently when making important decisions. In brief, both parenting styles have their pluses and minuses. Finding the right balance between the two of them is the best way to use the benefits of both while avoiding the cons of either. Therefore, being liberal in some cases so that the child learns from their mistakes and strict in others is beneficial because parents can teach their children that choosing the right path is not an option but the default. And I hope you all be good parents of your children in the future. Thank you.